Alright, so mining similar to updated, so summer fair event. Of course, you need to have 1,000,000 mined blocks into the area, and you head to space travel, and you'll be able to head to the event. Of course, this is going to be going over how to get a lot of tickets. Of course, you need these tickets to go to the event shop, and you do want to go ahead and get the bucket of shells. This is a pet, which is very, very strong when you max it out. This is really good, or make it shiny, whatever you want. But if you don't have like good pets, using all four at the same time is better than making it shiny for the most part. What we're going to go over is the mine here. This is the event mine. Of course, it depends on your strength and how good you're at the game. But in my opinion, when it comes to going for currency tickets, in my opinion, the mine here is the best. Of course, we're going to cheese a little bit with the teleporter, but if you don't, I would hope to find somebody who's mined down pretty far already. You want to get down to at least 900 def in order to get decent cave, and we want to go ahead and find a cave down here. Of course, unless you want to dig down, or do you have teleporter to do this cheese, which is, I mean, pretty cheesy to skip everything down here. But you want to head all the way down to around 900 def, and you want to find a cave that's pretty big. You want to mine all of the ore down here, and so let's go do that real quick. Let's go find a cave. So we're almost there. Here we are at about 900, 1,000. Of course, you can mine out here if you're able to do this, but let's head inside a cave here. Let's go inside here. It's pretty big. Skilled. Okay, there we go. And so here we have the ore, which are pretty strong. So here's the best ore in the game, which is aquamarine, which is 450. And if you have duplicator enchant on, which is when you go to your tool, and you can get your duplicator. If you have, max out, it's 5. So you can pick it up. It's times 5 tickets, right? Then we have one here, 155 for the starfish, and then we have the other one, which is the sand dollar, which is 265. So as long as you mine these ores here, just walk around for a while, get as much as you can for everything you see in a cave. Get this far down, you'll see that you'll be able to get a lot of tickets very, very quickly. Then after that, once you get a good amount of ore in the cave, you want to go ahead and use the currency boosts, which are both of them, but they stack, of course. You want to use both of them before you sell any of your ore, anything you've done. You want to make sure that you use those boosts to get the most out of the mining adventure you just partake there. So this is the best way to get a lot of tickets for this event. Of course, this is the wanting to put a little bit more effort into getting a lot of currency here. So we're going to do a little bit more mining here real quick. I'm going to just pause. All right, spend like another extra 3 minutes clearing this cave. You can see it's pretty empty now. All we're missing is a bunch of the ones at the top are difficult to get. Now, you can see here when we go into our inventory, we can see how much our value is here with our ores, which is 132k. But when we use our boosts here, which is the ones that are the currency one at the bottom here, we use the ×2, which is the super rich one, and then we could use the lower one, which I don't know what their name. Let's see, super rich and big earner. We'll use both of those, and now you can see that the ore value is 330k. That right there is one pet you can buy. If you grind for a little bit longer, then you can get, a lot more. So we go to our surface, click sell. Now we have almost 1 million, or about we now have 1 million currency now, just from doing that for about 6-7 minutes of grinding there, pretty much. So that works. And you want to go ahead and buy. It says out of stock once you get 4 of them. These ones have timers. I'm not sure it's going to restock because these have timers. This one doesn't, so I'm not entirely sure. And more will come out in part 2. Now, the other way, another way to get a lot of tickets and grind, it's not as fast as mining. When you put in effort for mining, it's very good. But if you're just lazy or just want AFK, then yeah, fishing is probably the fastest. When I go in and click on the rod, which will be on your inventory there, and you just want to go ahead and just use the auto clicker or just keep clicking, and you just keep fishing, and you get tickets. It doesn't increase by multiplier, the boosts, but you just auto click and just sit here all day. But what you do want to do is get the index done. What the index does is if you get all the fish in all 4 areas, so the beach area, ocean area, pond, river, and mountain up there, Then when you finish all of that, then you can go ahead and get the reward, which is boost, which is a yellow boost, which is like an hour, and a omega boost, which is another hour or something. And you get the one pet, which is the Seaside Dogcat, which is really, really strong. And honestly, if you're free to play, this pet right here is going to be very useful for yourself. Just because there's no advantage for a pay to win person to get this. Like it's like everybody is on the same pace. Like there's no rush. Everybody gets this pet if you put in the effort to get lucky. Like we can't increase our odds for getting the more rare pets. Like you're gonna get this eventually. So if you want to get a good pet for free, then go ahead and just grind the areas basically. Now once you've done the index, right? Okay, well I don't need to, what area is the best? The worst is mountain by far. I think one of the best options to have is either farm ocean fish or farm the pond fish, just because of how the values work for the fishes. Basically, how it works is that the first all the same basically. So, like 65% is the same as 60% right here. It gives you 80 tickets per fish. So you want to find one that gives you more of the other ones and less of the easier ones, right? So yeah, I understand that Oxalotl is a 0.5% chance. It gives you 5k, and like the ocean gives you 1%. But I mean, up to you. Like I said, I recommend pond is probably the best, and then ocean second best to grind for tickets for AFK grinding. And of course, if you're partly AFK, but you can still do these quests, which you do like 4k tickets, catching certain fish, at a certain amount of times. When you do claim the rewards, it does refresh, so you can farm this infinitely, probably. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. Like I said, buckets are good. Dogcat is very easy to get. I recommend going for that. Tickets are easy. Mining, fishing, AFK if you want. But yeah, pretty easy stuff. Of course, it's only part 1. Part 2 will come out next week, I guess. But yeah, pretty much. Hopefully you guys found it useful and enjoy that.